This edition of Hold Your Applause podcast is brought to you by Reba's Rescue. Now, I know you need a furry friend. We know here that you just want to come home and you just want to walk in the door and see this cute little cuddly face smiling at you, so excited to see you. It's time to rescue a dog or a cat. And Reba's has your plug. You can find them at www.rebasrescue.com. Located in Chesapeake, they adopt and foster dogs and cats. I think chinchillas, horses, all that shit. No, not the chinchillas and horses, but the dogs and cats. You can find your forever friend or, a long enough friend, 5 to 12 years, at rebasrescue.com. So check them out in Chesapeake. I'm just joking, y'all. I love my puppy to death. And but we know the life expectancy of a dog or a cat. Let's be real. Cut. No, I'm joking, y'all. But yes, check out www.rebasrescue.com. Tell them Antoine and Britt sent you. We are also brought to you by Juggernaut Cookie Company, the best tasting, healthy baked good company you will ever try. We make our gluten-free protein cookies as well as our soon-to-market bells and whistles shortbread cookies. You can check them out at www.cookiehunk.com. Use promo code CookiePro20 to save 20% on your entire order. Man, it has been a minute. I think I'm going to use my sultry voice today. I feel like I want to do like nighttime radio disc jockey voice tonight. How you doing, Brittany?
I'm good. It's glad to be back.
It's been a minute.
How are you, Antoine?
I am fantastic. It's been a hell of a couple weeks, man. You weren't here last week, and you were gone the week before because you were doing some very important stuff. Are you going to tell the people what you were doing? Or are you going to give us a couple hints about what you were doing?
I think I will be allowed to say something once I get the green light, but as of now, I'm just filming a TV show.
Okay, man. Why am I?
That's all I can say.
Why am I in the studio with a bona fide celebrity?
I've been asking myself that same question too.
And ever since she got back, she's been different, y'all. She tees her hair every day.
As I'm pregnant.
She used to roll out of bed and come to the gym. Now she's all dressed up.
Who doesn't roll out of the bed and go to the gym? What do you think I'm gonna do there? Wear a prom dress?
No, but at least sometimes you want to look halfway decent.
For who?
You have crust in your eyes.
I ain't trying to impress nobody.
Boogers in your nose and
Thank
shit.
you.
Bedhead.
Anyway.
I'm joking. But yeah, she is acting brand new, which is cool. Success looks good on people. And then she went out of town for something else. She went to the MGM. She did some gambling this weekend. That was dope. She won some money too, y'all.
I did.
She didn't give us no cut.
Okay.
How much did you win?
I can't say that. I'll get robbed in the parking lot.
This is
$40.
This airs or this uploads 2 days after we.
They can hear me from the other side of the room.
All right. Well, we'll keep it hush hush. Just make sure I get my cut. And then, what did I do? Oh. Shark Tank. So for all you people.
Excuse me, what did you just say? Shawshank?
I was in Shawshank Redemption reboot. I auditioned for Shark Tank this past.
Tell us about that
weekend. It was cool. They had open auditions at the Rivers Casino over in Portsmouth, and I went and it was great. I think I wowed them. I think I'm gonna be on. No one ever knows, but. They were my numbers were right. If you watch Shark Tank, they want your valuation right. They want your numbers right. They want to know how they're going to make money. And so I was able to supply all that information. So we'll see.
That's exciting.
There was a lot of smiles. I wowed them with the smiles. I didn't wear a shirt, so that was a plus. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Good for you. I love your positivity.
Yeah. Well, you got to be positive, right?
That's exciting. So when did they say you would hear back?
So they told us that we would hear something very shortly, within a matter of weeks. So
awesome. Can't wait.
But from there, we can't say anything else. So this is the last time we're going to mention it. We can't really go into all the nuts and bolts of it. So
Would it be this season or the following one? I don't even know if they started.
No idea.
Gotcha.
No idea. I assume it's just like any other TV schedule where they have like a fall season. So
I mean, I just didn't know if they've already started filming for the season that's shown now.
out.
I haven't been keeping up with the latest seasons.
Yeah.
I just watch the reruns. The wee ones.
Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see. Wish me luck, guys. Keep your fingers crossed for your boy. Man. And so the good thing about us being gone so long is that a lot of shit happens while we were out. So today we're going to cover 90 Day, the tell-all, the Single Life tell-all, but episodes 4 and 5, we're going to put them together in one because we missed the one last week. Man.
Let's do it.
But I'm glad we're doing it because it's a lot of shit, dude. It's a lot of shit. And this cat, so from a hot mess standpoint, I think this is one of the best casts ever of this show. It's insane. So, I mean, we just start from the top. John and Megan. John, if you don't know, John's Patrick's brother. Patrick and Thais were on a couple seasons before the 90 Days. They're now married, have a kid. Well, John popped a question to Megan on the show.
He didn't look like he was too confident in
And he
that.
said,
it was weird.
He said, yeah. No, what tripped me out is at the end of the show. Did you watch all the way through the credits?
I did. Uh-huh.
And he was like, hey, if you're ever in trouble, just propose.
I know. I saw it. It was very weird. Do they not know that everyone's going to see this? Like, it's going to be on TV.
When he said that shit, dude. But he was in the hot seat about some other shit. And as soon as he proposed, everybody forgot that shit. Everybody forgot that shit, dude.
Do you think they're going to get married?
Yeah, they're sure.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. It's 90 Day Fiancé. Of course they're going to get
She
married.
didn't say yes either. They were like,
She said yeah.
Oh, no, but it was more of like a,
I think it was one of those things, like, so she has had a timeline, right? From the time they got married, it's like, I want to be married, or at least propose to me within a year of us being together. And it seemed like she has some control issues. He touched on some control issues. She said she has some control issues. I don't know whether it's going to last. Actually, I'm like 90% sure it's not going to last. But
you think?
Yeah, I mean, come on, seriously. Why do we watch these shows if it's going to be happy endings? We don't tune in to see happy endings. We tune in to see the bullshit, right?
True.
Yeah, so.
I agree.
So, yeah.
I mean, it will be interesting to see how that plays out.
So Patrick really threw him under the bus. His brother was like, he's not ready to get married. He doesn't want any kids. He's not ready to commit. He's like a 5-year-old child. Like, really kind of like shitting on him.
Well, they were just a one-night stand, right?
That's what it was supposed to be.
Yeah. But sometimes, hey, love is love. You're like, oh my God.
And plus, she lived like in another state.
That's okay.
Too. I don't even know how they met. But still, you don't throw, even though like what your brother or your family member, whoever has to offer as a person, you don't shit on them on national TV and throw them on. Would you do that? Would you do that with your brother? Like,
no.
hey, he's. Even if it's not national TV, hey, your
brother
has a girl that he likes. He invites you to meet him out for drinks, and when he goes to the bathroom, you're like, "Yo, don't get my brother.
Never.
He's a piece of shit." Yeah,
because
exactly.
it's like you're a team, regardless, or you just don't say anything at all. If you don't agree with it, you keep your comments to yourself.
Just don't say anything.
What your mom always told you? What does she always say? If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say nothing.
My mom didn't say that shit.
Especially if it's a family member.
Yeah, sure. Keep family business.
I mean, he better watch his back in the parking lot. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, dude. And so they ended episode 4 with that. So going into episode 5, we were like, oh man, this is going to be good. This is going to be like the biggest thing that happens in episode 5. Hell to the no, man. Hell to the no, dude. We had, and I don't know why they did. Well, I know why they did it. They had Mama Debbie come out. Yes, Mama Debbie. So Mama Debbie is Colt and Larissa. Well, Colt's mom, and Colt was married to Larissa. Colt on all these shows is probably the biggest piece of shit from every season. Like, he's the worst of the worst. He's just kind of like a mama's boy, but he hates his mom, and
It's weird.
he just like kind of gross and greasy. Like he has this kind of like
That whole relationship is odd. Like
gamer.
you're a grown man. Like just stop.
It is. So
Both of them
but
need
I
to.
think he got wind of it. You know, the internet does what it does, and it starts talking, and he ended up like essentially kicking his mom out. And she like had nowhere to go until she started dating, and she met a young man from Canada, and it looks like she had a ring on, so they're married, and you know she dyes her hair red now, and hey, and she looks, for all intents and purposes, happy as a fucking clam, but she went in on a couple of the cast members, Miss Debbie being one of them. I love it.
My favorite.
My favorite too. Like I love Miss Debbie. Miss Debbie is like spirit animal.
Yeah.
She's spirit animal status. So if you again, just a quick review. Miss Debbie was on a couple seasons ago on Before the 90 Days dating a 28-year-old man named Muhammad.
Good for her.
and Miss Debbie is 67 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So, and she's very like what I would call a flower child. She wears like bright. She's very eclectic.
Mm-hmm.
And so, needless to say, her and Muhammad didn't work out. So now she's back on a single life, and now she's dating a guy from Florida named Ruben. And Ruben is a lot closer to her age. I think Ruben might be a year or two younger than her, but. And Ruben seems to be pretty into Miss Debbie.
I think they
right?
match each other well.
And he's eclectic too. He wears like bright colors. He wears like Steve Harvey pants and like colorful shit. And you know they seem to be getting along pretty well. So,
and you know what? Let them. I mean, like, she's 68.
She is 68.
Let her live her life, but she's got a lot to say, and I love it.
She does. So Miss Debbie, or I'm sorry, Mama Debbie is like going in on her. So the problem that Miss Debbie was having is that she lied about her age. She's 67, said she was 57. The reason that she did that, she says, is because there were slim pickings for guys her age. So she lied about it online.
She wasn't getting any clicks.
Yeah.
Would you do that?
Would I lie about my age?
When she said it, did you think it was a big deal? Like if you were on a date and they're like, hey.
But she lied by 10 years.
Yeah.
2 or 3 years is not a big deal.
But does she look 67? 68?
She doesn't look 57.
No.
She damn sure don't look 57.
Honestly, if she doesn't think she's going to marry the guy, who cares? No one's going to ask for a birth certificate.
Wait. So you're saying it's okay for anyone, man or woman, to lie about their age via online dating?
I think anything can go. You always should have your guard up. But if I were on the opposite end of that, and I mean, if they looked like the age they lied to me about, I mean, whatever. If we're just hanging out, I don't care. I don't care how old you are.
All right, so what happens when it starts to get serious and she's like, hey, I got something I need to tell you?
I mean, I don't know.
You got to put yourself in the shoes
but like, do they look their age? Because I really don't feel like age is if I'm already in a good place with them and they're like, okay, I'm 10 years older than I said I was.
Yeah, but
and we've been dating for a year.
But by that time, say if this is going on for a few months, you look the age that I think you are, and you don't look the age I think you are. If that makes sense. Like you look like like your age. We've been dating for 3 months at this point. Your age doesn't really factor in.
But it's all
but then
the point
when
of the
you
lie.
feel like you've been when they finally tell you like, okay, I'm really 95 years old. And you've been deceived for 3 months. Then it's like, okay, now you got
a few days is fine. I don't know. I think if it were a few months and we were just getting to know each other still in those few months, and I really liked the guy and he came clean, I think I would forgive him and let it slide, but I would still be like, okay, what else have you been lying about? I don't
Brittany
know.
Is lying her ass.
I'm not. I don't know what I would do. How hot is he? Is he a 10? Then I don't care.
Really?
I mean, it depends how the relationship is and what I need and want from it. Like, do I see this going
Please
somewhere?
don't tell me you're this fucking shallow. Are you this shallow?
I don't know. I'm not sure yet.
I feel like, I don't know, it might be different for men. So have you ever lied about your age?
No.
Never.
I'm not that old yet. Why would I lie?
You've even like low or high, like
No, I've never lied.
Never lied. You say you're older than you actually are,
No,
like to get in a bar or something. Never.
No, I've never had to do that.
Really?
Have you?
So how'd you underage drink?
I never did. My first drink was when I was 23.
If we're gonna do this podcast together,
I swear I didn't drink till I was 23. If you know me, leave a comment below and say yes, she's telling the truth.
Your ass.
And I'll Venmo you money.
You didn't have
for keeping this lie out. I'm just kidding. No, it's true. I don't look. I don't know if I'm shallow or not. I haven't dated in 10 years, but I'll let you know in a few weeks.
But you know.
But no, I've never lied.
In a few weeks,
never
you're gonna start dating here in a few weeks.
I don't know. Maybe.
Do you? Okay, so put the shoe on the other foot. If you go out, and you're dating, and dude is like, okay, he's like a 7, not a 10.
7's pretty good,
but not a fucking 4 either.
Yeah.
And you're dating for like not even a long time, but less than a month. And he says, look, I just want to, it's not that big a deal, but I just want to tell you, I lied about my age.
That's fine.
That's fine. You're cool. You're cool with that. Okay, well.
If it's less than a month, I don't really know you anyway, and it's still new, and I'd be like, well, why'd you lie? Maybe he wasn't, not confident enough. I don't know in that moment.
Yeah.
But if he came clean, and if we were still in that beginning stages of like, okay, I just felt bad because now we're getting closer, getting to know each other, I wanted to say, then I would totally forgive him.
Yeah. But also, like, if he looks good enough to get away with a lie, if he's saying, like, he's 10 years different, then that's pretty fucking good. It's like, hey, who cares how old he is?
Pretty forgiving as a person. I mean, I forgive way more than I should. So I would, not like nobody's going to walk all over me, but I would initially give a person, a chance.
Would you be, and this is kind of sidebar, would you be more into a guy who lied about his age by 10 years, looked great, obviously, and had your same energy level? Or would you be more into a guy that was your age, but just lazy as fuck? Still looks good, but it's just like not a go-getter. Doesn't work out. Still decent shape, but doesn't work out.
I would never go for a guy like that.
Never would.
Age is not... Age
is not a factor.
I would prefer to date somebody older than me.
What's the oldest you've dated? Like in comparison to your age at the time?
I dated somebody when I was 23 and they were 15 years older than me.
So
I don't know
23,
math.
so you were
was like 40.
48. God damn.
They were is that right math? Yeah. Wait, what? Really? 23 plus 10 is...
Hold up, 23.
No, you're wrong.
33, 38.
Yeah.
38.
Wait, what? Goodness.
Look, we went to public school.
God.
Around
No, I mean, no. Yeah.
And was that did you know going into the situation how old he was?
Yes.
Okay.
No, actually, no, he did lie to me first, but he looked way older than he was, and I didn't care. Because he
looked older than 38?
Yeah,
you
he
were
did.
23?
Yeah, and I didn't care.
Damn.
I mean, our first date was on a G5 to New York City to go see Wicked and then dinner. I'm like, what? Send me off. I don't care if you're 89.
Here we go.
Let's go.
So the truth comes
Anybody
out.
would do it, and
Anybody
honestly,
would not do it.
Yes,
Brittany.
they would, and I was able to take a friend. Okay. So I knew I was safe. Okay. I had a buddy system. My parents said, don't go. And I said, well,
please chime in.
I'm going to have to go.
We need comments on this one.
I mean, it's a once in a lifetime chance. I'm 23. I don't have anything to offer anyone. And here comes
he's okay.
a man who's almost a billionaire. Yeah, I'm going to say yes. Why not?
Really? Wow. Man,
one time, I'm not saying marry me.
Okay.
A date,
and
first date.
And how long did y'all date?
A while. I didn't want to. That's another conversation. Let's not get into that. I didn't want to. I was
Ladies,
trapped.
I need your input in the comments. Like Brittany was like,
It's a one-time
no
thing.
matter what, it's a one-time thing. You got to do it at least once.
I think he did say he was like 35.
Listen, Brittany, some people. Oh, he did. So he did lie about it.
He did. And then I sort of found out, but it didn't really matter. I mean,
why the fuck you lying about 3 years?
I don't know.
Yeah, just fuck it.
But yeah, I mean, I knew what I was getting into. Like, I was like, I actually want these experiences, and I'm young. Why not?
Yeah. And so that was what, 30 what years ago?
So funny. But anyway, back to the tell-all before I get myself in trouble.
So yeah, but later I'm gonna need you to chime in on that one. Would you make the decision to go on
One date
even if you're not like super into the
on
guy?
a private plane. You've never been on one before.
But
You're getting
so what though? I mean, this is coming from a broke motherfucker. So,
but it's like, yeah, you're gonna go. Why wouldn't anyone go?
man, I don't think I'm gonna say that less than 50% of the women out there would go.
I say they would 100% all go, especially if they can bring their best friend along, and it's you're
Okay.
gonna lose this.
Okay, all right,
You're gonna lose
all right.
it.
We'll see. We'll
I
see what the
mean-
comments have to say.
Nothing happened. Like, we were like chaperoned. He had somebody else, I think his personal assistant, go, which is fine. But I mean, nobody's gonna. And Wicked's a great play, and when you're seeing it on Broadway, actual Broadway, we're all saying yes.
What 23? Well, anyway.
All of us, all of the 23-year-olds
All
I
right,
know.
So, devil's advocate a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Looking back on that situation, you've lived it now. If you could go back, would you still do it?
Yes.
Wow.
Because I know I am much smarter now. It was a good experience to live through. I saw the world, experienced things that I'll never be able to again, and I think it was a good experience.
Okay.
And then I trust people a little less now.
Did the relationship end in a positive or at least neutral way?
Yeah.
It did? Okay. Well,
Yeah.
shit. Hey, YOLO, I guess. All right, going back to
Anyway.
going back to Mama and Miss Debbie. So Mama Debbie is like really kind of like digging into Miss Debbie, dude. She's like talking shit about her, and Miss Debbie's saying like you shouldn't lie about your age, which you shouldn't on social media. And then she explained why she kind of did it. She's like, it's slim pickings for older people, blah blah blah. So I lied, not make it right, but she gave some sort of explanation. And man, this lady was just in her shit, dude. Just really.
Do you think she's jealous of her?
I don't think so. I just think Debbie is one of those people. Mama Debbie's one of those people who is trying to extend that 15 minutes of fame as long as she fucking can, dude. And so she'll pick a couple people from each year and just fuck with them. Like,
But she's good at it.
She is
Like,
good
people
at it.
want to listen to her because she's funny
she's
too.
also an old lady, right? So there's only so much you can say back to her, or you feel comfortable saying back to her. Like, but that's why I appreciate Miss Debbie, because Miss Debbie was like, keep my name out your mouth, woman.
I know.
That
She
was
called her
the best.
Judas. She was like, you're like Jude. I mean, like, it's.
Dude, she was like, you're a demanding, disrespectful woman.
God, I love her.
God, she's the best. Miss Debbie is the best. But like, I couldn't say that shit to her.
But the younger people in the room never said anything to either.
No, yeah.
Because they're all scared. Like,
Respect your elders.
I'm not going there.
Yeah, you gotta respect your elders or
Yeah.
something. But also, there's another question.
I respect you.
Like, I appreciate that.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. I'm only 1 year older than you, but there's another question. It's like, do you defend yourself against anyone, no matter how old they are? Do you, if an older person or what we consider elderly is talking shit to you, do you talk shit right back to them, or do you just kind of?
I probably wouldn't.
Probably wouldn't. I don't know. Part of me would like to think I would.
I think it would depend on their personality. I don't know. Older women scare me. Maybe a man, maybe I'd feel comfortable like going back and forth with them, but not, I mean, it wouldn't last long.
Why do they scare you?
Because they've seen some shit. They've seen life. I mean, especially if you know how they're going to argue. I would never argue with Miss Debbie ever in my life.
Really? Well, and then, you know, there's an argument that says no matter how long someone's been on this earth, if they disrespect you, like if you're throwing your hat in the ring, then you get whatever you get. There's an argument there for that too. So
yeah, I just feel like that sort of generation. I mean, I feel like I don't know. I'm not trying to go
the baby boomers,
toe to toe with any of them.
Yeah,
I'll see myself out quietly. But I'm not an arguer. I don't like. I hate confrontation. I'll cry. I'll honestly cry. I will.
Really?
Yeah. I'm like when I get so upset before I like yell at someone, I'll start crying before I start yelling because I'm so emotional. Yeah. I don't.
Aww.
I'd rather keep peace.
Yeah. I mean, it's always better to keep the peace, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
But you got to defend yourself too. You got to.
Yeah.
Not let people walk all over you.
Of course.
But anyway, so, you know, so they were going at it, and, you know, and she actually served. So Michael.
Oh, are we going to talk about, all right, which couple are we going to
So
talk
we're going
about?
to, Natalie, since that's a segue to Natalie and Michael. So, so Natalie and Michael, Natalie's like off and on dating Josh now. We talked about it on the previous episode how Josh is kind of like turned into this sugar daddy or this, you know, this piggy bank for Natalie. And he doesn't want to be that, but also at the same time, Natalie doesn't know what she wants as a woman, as a person. She has two guys on the show, and she's trying to figure out which one
I'm glad
she's going to be with.
Yeah, I'm glad that she said, I think I'm the problem. Yes, you are.
Yes, you are the fucking problem.
She is a nightmare. She is absolutely the problem. She needs to stay alone.
For sure.
Single, and she just needs to chill.
Yeah, so she has Josh on there, right? Because
good-looking guy.
Good-looking guy.
He's in the industry, though. That's why she initially probably wanted to date him anyway.
So they initially met because there was a model search down in Miami, I believe. She was living in Florida at the time. She went to the model search. He was the one that was casting these models, and that's how they met. Now, if they actually had a genuine connection, or he just decided that he was going to, you know, chase it down because he was going to be on a TV show, whatever. But, you know, 2 years later, they're still doing this back and forth now. He lives in LA. She lives or some part of California. They both live in California now, and now she wants to still kind of break into acting, but she's still married to Michael this entire time. Now, Michael is the man. He lives in, I think, some part of Washington, like upstate Washington in the sticks, and they've been separated for the last couple years when she left. But remember that when you bring like someone from another country over here on a spousal visa, you're required to take care of them for 10 years. Is it 10 years? 10 years or so?
Is that what it is?
Yeah. And so financially, he's still responsible for her.
For 10 years, even if they divorce?
10 years. For
I
10
didn't know
years.
That.
No. Unless they divorce.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Which is why he had Mama Debbie serve her divorce papers on air.
She was like, I'm gonna go get him. Like, what? Just choose a camera guy. Choose anyone else. Like, but she wanted to, even though she was like,
so bad.
I am so sorry. But it was just the fact. I'd be like, just choose a camera guy, somebody that she doesn't even know, to handle. Like, it could have.
So I've never heard that.
What?
That person that's filing for divorce can't give the divorce papers.
They can't personally. If they're serving you, I mean, you could put them on a nightstand, but you can't physically
give them to her,
person to person. It has to be somebody they don't know.
You know the specifics behind that law?
I don't know, but it's in every state. But you can put them if you're like still living together. When the other person isn't home, you can place them like on their sink. But usually they're served by an attorney, somebody that works
Or
in
like
the
a
attorney's
sheriff
office,
or something like that.
or somebody that a friend could give them to him personally, face to face. Yeah.
Wow. Well, Debbie calling herself Natalie's friend served
That was
these
wrong.
divorces.
I would never.
That was fucked up.
Yeah, it was.
And she was like, "You're divorcing me on TV." like
She didn't know what was going on.
She had no idea. She was blind.
She's like, I'm gonna slap him right now. What? Don't do that.
That was the one time I felt sorry for Natalie in this entire, as long as she's been on these shows.
But she knew it was coming.
Yeah, because they talked about it last year.
And if they don't never see each other, and honestly, he has every right. She left him. She walked out. And you know what? And he was absolutely. I didn't think it was wrong of him to do that because she embarrassed him and humiliated him by, that was his life. That was his home that he loves. She chose to do all that, whatever, and then she left him. I would have done the same thing. Yep. Here's your papers on TV. I don't ever see you. I need to know that you have them. And he was actually nice about it. He was like,
nice about it.
You have 90 days, read it.
Yeah.
I don't think he's a bad guy.
I don't think he's a bad guy either.
Crazy.
I do think that he is kind of.
They're just not compatible.
My way or the highway type of person, Yeah. And I feel like that he viewed it as if I brought you over here, you're married to me, we're going to do things my way. I do think that he had sort of that mentality at the beginning. Now it's really easy to make him look good because Natalie did so many shitty things.
I just don't think she's going to be compatible with anyone. I don't think she's like, I think she's absolutely crazy. Because even with that Mike, whatever, I think if you had a good relationship with him, the right person, maybe he's with that girl now, I think he'd be fine. I think it was just with her and she's wild and he was just like, okay, this is my life. I don't like to be crazy. He's calm.
Yeah.
Like way too calm.
Yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't work out for me either.
Yeah, dude, he would bore you to
have a pulse?
death.
Oh.
He would bore you to tears, dude.
Yeah. So.
And I'm trying to figure out who dressed him because this shirt, these buttons on this shirt were those motherfuckers.
I don't think he's ever dressed good. I mean, like he's not like good. I mean, he's good looking to somebody.
You don't think he's attractive?
No. He's not my type.
He's not your type?
No.
Okay.
He's someone's type though.
Yeah, his girlfriend's pretty cute.
Yeah.
Did you look her up?
No, I didn't.
I looked her up. She's like brunette. Looks considerably younger than he does.
I mean, he's not bad looking. He's just not something I would go for.
Okay. You say Jason Kelce is like your ideal.
Mm-mm.
You did.
No, I do like him though. No, I said I like him. I think he's attractive.
Yeah, but he's like what you look for in a guy, like a teddy bear type of.
It depends. I've got multiple types.
Really? Mm-hmm. All right. So if you were making a dude in the lab.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly.
Let people know.
No, I like a manly man like that. Like, okay, I could do burly teddy bear. He seems like he doesn't give a shit, which I love. Like his brother's dressing in a suit and he's in flip flops.
Yeah.
I like that.
Hair on his back.
Huh?
Hair on his back.
I mean, there's wax for that, but it depends how much there is. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, maybe if I like somebody, I take their shirt off. I'm like, this isn't gonna work. I'm sorry. But I like pretty guys too. I like pretty guys a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he's everybody
cool.
like.
He's perfect.
Yeah. Perfect, huh?
I don't know.
Huh.
Yeah.
Old Ryan Gosling.
He's kin enough.
I mean, he's a handsome fella. Mm-hmm. I mean, I feel like it's like a vein of Hollywood guys that kind of like there's like 10 Ryan Goslings out there.
There is. I mean, I don't know. I'm not picky.
I don't know, but what the fuck? Who am I?
I'm not picky.
Oh man, so then we have we had Natalie get served divorce papers, and Mike was like got up and tried to like shake her hand. He actually tried to shake her.
She kissed him, right?
Yeah, she got up,
like,
gave him a hug. Yeah, he when he walks over to her, he wants to like shake her hand.
Like, just don't.
And then he's like hugging her, and he's hugging her with like one arm. He has one arm.
Didn't he
down
like?
to his,
She tried to kiss him, right?
Yeah, it's
because
like,
he was like, "Oh."
He's like, yo, my girl watching this shit. You better back.
Well,
the
good
fuck
for
up.
him. He's a stable guy. He knows what he wants, and that ain't her. She's like, "Where's my snowboard?" In the same place you left it when you left
snowboard.
me. Like,
you've been going for 2
yeah.
fucking years.
Like,
You're dating
what
someone
does she
else.
expect?
Yeah, she's nuttier than bird shit.
Yeah. So.
But that takes us to Tim and so it's like almost like a triangle. It's Tim and Jamal. It's Tim and Veronica. Veronica's dating Jamal, and then Tim is dating Louisa.
Yes.
Louisa.
I'm glad she said it.
Yeah, she dropped the bomb, dude. She dropped the bomb. She was like,
But he didn't even say he wasn't. He was just like, "Oh."
Dude, I hate how he rolls his eyes and like dismisses anything that you say that like is true.
I just don't understand why women are attracted to him.
What women are attracted
With that
to him?
big old head. I don't know. He's got girlfriends.
Because he's on TV.
Yeah.
But I mean, so like honestly, it doesn't matter if he's gay or not, and maybe he's not ready to like come out, but Tim ain't straight. Like we're talking about it because this is what we do. So, we're going to cover it. But, like in a normal social setting, it doesn't matter if he's gay or not. It does, if he's great, whatever makes you happy, be you, live, like embrace the skin you're in. But
he said, "I'm not going to kiss you. I go slow." Yeah, right.
I go
not
slow.
Even he was like,
I'm
a
from
small
the South.
kid.
I'm
It's
from
like,
the South.
okay, yeah, but honestly, I feel like being gay is more like this day and age. Like, I feel like being straight is
weird. You think being straight is
I
weird?
feel like
it's taboo.
He could still be on the show and date men.
Yeah.
And people would be like, finally.
Yeah. Yeah. He came up with every reason not to kiss this girl. Oh, we had garlic for dinner. Oh, I didn't brush my teeth. I was like, dude.
Anything. He was like, a small kiss. Only a small one. And why is she still there? I'd be like, okay, I'm out of here.
And then he was like, well, maybe Miss Debbie, maybe he has low T.
I mean, maybe.
And then fucking John was like, yeah, my T was low and I got a shot. And now I'm like, boing, here we go. Little Johnny's coming out to play.
But even when they were like, okay, if you could date anybody on the whole franchise of 90 Day, and then his ex-girlfriend mentioned a guy, and then he even agreed. He was like, yeah, I would date him too.
I didn't.
You didn't see that part? When they were like
part.
going around, they were like, hey, if you could date anybody in the franchise, single or not, who would it be? And his ex-girlfriend, what's her name?
Veronica.
Yes. She mentioned that guy.
Yeah,
it was really cute, and he was like, I would definitely go for him too.
The guy he's from Moldova. What's his name?
I forget his name.
He's married to the girl down in
But it's cut
Florida.
to everybody's like facial expression. They were like, we all know.
Yeah, did you see?
But he was so excited about it. He's like, I would do that too. I would go for him. It's like, okay, you called yourself out.
Did you see Chantel's face? She was like,
it's because everyone knows. And I just don't know if they can keep him on there. What's the point?
Just
date men.
Come out the closet.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Or he might be bi.
Or he might be asexual. What?
You think he's asexual?
Yeah, he's not
or
interested in anything. He just isn't interested in sex.
No. Maybe he's what you call it, fluid.
No, but you can also be not attracted to anything. Maybe that's him too.
Maybe he has low T. Let's go with that.
You're right.
Maybe he has low T. Man, y'all think Tim has low T? Go in the comments. Let us know you think Tim has low T. But so it's him and his ex-girlfriend, who is now his best friend, Veronica. She's dating Jamal, or what we thought she was dating Jamal.
She's like, I'll see you tonight. No, you won't.
But evidently, Jamal and Louisa have something going on. They slept together the previous night, and they were talking about it, not knowing that the mics were hot, and they talked about it in his dressing room. It's like, we need to do that again.
She was like, what do we do?
Yeah, dude,
Obviously, it was almost like, did you rape? Like,
dude,
what, or,
I was like, did he just admit to raping this girl on national
yeah.
TV? But
she was
then-
like, did we do that? And he was like, yeah, twice. And then you passed out. That's why I was like, that's what I took from it. I was like, wait, what? She was like, did we? She had no clue.
yeah,
Like, what?
yeah. But then later on though, she was like,
Maybe they were like, hey.
he was like, remember I was trying to leave and you told me to stay, like so.
Well, good for
Man.
them. I mean, hey.
But how fucked up is Jamal? Because he was trying to hook up with Veronica that night, the night that they won the show.
Yeah.
But hey, they're not in any committed relationship.
And if
so.
she said no, hey, whoever's there is next. If the other person's fine with it.
Jamal, you think Jamal's attractive?
He's cute.
Yeah, do you think, but he's like pulling him down out of the stratosphere right now. Do you think, he's, I guess everybody's attracted to something.
He's not bad look. He's the best looking guy in that little group, for sure. He's still kind of feminine.
Yeah, his suit, he's definitely upgraded the suit game because the first couple seasons.
No, he dresses nice. Look, I think if he's looking for something and what's her face? The girl he hooked up with. What's her name?
Louisa.
Yes. They might work out. And then
I don't think they're gonna work out.
Oh, okay.
I just think it's one of those things. It's like, okay, how can we piss these motherfuckers off?
Do you think?
What'd
She
you
cannot
say?
be in a town.
She
is not.
What did you just say?
When she was like
Fiesta,
talking about,
Fiesta.
yeah, because that's what she said in the car. Farty, farty, fiesta, fiesta.
Yeah.
What?
I was like, okay.
You don't remember?
I remember now.
Is it weird now?
Like Brittany's going off the rails. All right, so we'll see what happens with them. So it was rumored, I was on social media today, and it's rumored that Jamal and Chantel were seen together on a date. So
Whatever.
we know Chantel likes to,
If nobody's
light-skinned
committed,
fellas.
let them go.
Yeah. You just never know.
Yeah.
It could be, they do these whatever, these social things and these television obligations, and it's inevitable that they're going to be in the same places at the same time.
It's a smart, if I want to continue to be on this reality TV show, I'm going to try to date. If I'm single, date another person who's single within it so we can get back on.
Yeah, sure.
Why not?
Yeah, sure. If there was anybody from the cast of all the shows that you could date, that you go for.
Of 90 Day?
Yeah, across the board.
Gino. I'm just kidding. I don't want the wrath.
Gino,
I'm
yeah,
joking. I would never.
You love
I do
it.
crack up at his post, though. His little cargo shorts and his sandals, his Jesus sandals. But his wedding photos were nice without his hat on. He actually doesn't have a bad head. Like, take the hat off, bro. It's not bad.
Seriously? Okay. All right.
I don't see anything wrong with it.
My man got a huge dome, bro.
Well, I don't know. I don't think any of them were. I would never go for any of them, honestly.
Really?
I don't see.
But
no.
I give you two. So you got Gino, and then you got.
I wouldn't go for Gino. I wouldn't. I don't know.
Gino loves the sugar babies too.
I'm not a sugar baby. I have
Are
my
you
own
sure?
money.
You just told us a story about you
I was 23.
dating a guy.
I was
Because he
technically
had a
yes,
G5.
yeah, but he was. I won't say anything.
I gotta pull it out.
Yeah.
Gino and who? Or who and who?
I don't know. I'm trying to think if there was anybody. There was. I don't even know his name. He definitely was somewhere else. They had kids together, 2 kids maybe.
Oh,
with a blonde girl.
No, with a blonde girl.
I think she was blonde. I don't.
The Russian guy, you got from Russia.
Maybe he was like muscular.
Oh yeah,
not nice.
that's who she was talking about.
Yeah, I think probably him.
Why am I forgetting his name?
Because he's probably the best looking guy on there.
A lot of people like Alexi.
Yeah, I think I think obviously she is way better than he is. In a whole. She's got a better personality. Like she seems.
His wife,
Yes.
the Russian guy's wife.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. She. Put up a lot
But
of
he's
shit.
good looking, so I feel like that, and that's it.
Damn. Okay. Cool.
Goodness. Gino, call me.
Gino, call
Call
me.
me.
Call her Gino. I give you her number. I put it in the comments.
Do it.
Man, is that the last couple? Well, they didn't really talk to Tyray.
Yeah. Well, he was already.
Yeah, he got
much
it.
going
He gonna
on.
get some booty. He gonna get some booty tonight. He already good.
Are you sure?
Yeah, she's waiting at the hotel. Shannon waiting at the hotel for him. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. So we got the next show we're gonna cover is 90 Day Fiance Happily Ever After. That's going on now. So we'll switch off to that. We got Big Ed and Liz are on it. Big
so
Ed
annoying.
is fucking crazy. They live in Arkansas, I believe now. I was looking at housing prices in Arkansas, and
Why?
that shit is fucking expensive. Just geeking out.
Is it really expensive?
Yes. Where they live, it's pricey.
I wonder why.
I mean, it's rolling, a lot of land, rolling plains.
Interesting.
We got those two. Who else are?
Gino, my baby.
Gino,
And Jasmine.
Gino and Jasmine are on it. So we'll talk about that. We'll pick up that and see what they are. I think it's like 4 or 5 episodes in, so we can pick it up there until the tell all of that show comes out. So we'll see. So the question of the day is actually a 2-sided question, and I've been really looking forward to asking Brittany these questions.
What is it?
So question number 1. How do you date past 40?
I don't know. You tell me.
So, all right. So we all know that as we get older, right, we're more open to certain things because we know what we want as people. We are a little bit more advanced age, and we also know what we won't tolerate at all. And so do you feel like it's easier to date past? And I know you're not past 40. Everybody, I give Brittany shit, but Brittany's only like, you're 37?
Yes.
37 years old. So still a spring chicken. And but close enough to kind of still answer the question. Do you think it's easier to date past 40 because you're more comfortable in your own skin, or is it more difficult because you feel like the pickings are a lot slimmer once you get up into like a higher age?
Well, I haven't dated.
Sure, but
anyone.
just generally speaking, as a woman in comparison to a man,
Right.
when it comes to
Well, now that I'm single, and I'm going to be, I'm not too excited. I don't feel
You're not
like
you're not
I
excited
think
to
it's
date.
gonna be a little bit more challenging.
I hear that, y'all. She got
I'm
me single. I'll give you her
not-
Instagram. We'll put her Instagram in the
Yes,
comments.
I'm hopeful.
And her TikTok. And her OnlyFans.
Thank you. Okay. Enough. Shut your mouth. I don't know. I mean, I feel like at least when you're 40, you're either established in who you are. You've got sort of, you don't tolerate. I don't even know what would be a red flag for me. I haven't been on a date. I wouldn't even know what to say. I wouldn't know what to say to someone new. I would be very nervous. But I don't know. You tell me. What do I have to look forward to?
So, I mean, again, it's different from, because I feel like men have, and we can all agree that men have a way easier time dating in general than women do. Because first of all, like,
you can go down in age. Like, you can go to
right.
25, 28, whatever.
More so than women, for sure. And I feel like, so men start to not give a shit around the age of like 36, 37. And
what do you mean by that?
So men pretend not to give a shit when they're young, but we actually don't give a shit when we're old. So
what am I doing here?
So usually what happens is when you go out on a date, the person, when you like set up your profile or you meet somebody out at fucking Starbucks and you ask them out on a date, you don't get the real person. You get the representative. You get the person that they want you to believe that they are. And you're going to get that person for the foreseeable future. Like, and everybody's a little bit different, but for at least the first few dates, you're going to get the best representative that person that can put out. They're going to do, they're gonna do everything. They're gonna, buy dinner, pull out the chairs, open the doors, and try to be funny and try to be smart and try to be all these things. And if you have a bad date for those first few, that means that this person really ain't worth a shit.
Oh yeah.
Because
I feel like
if you're trying your hardest and you still can't get it done.
I feel like both people know, or at least I think I would know within the first 10 minutes. Either this is just going to be a friend, I'm blocking this person, or it could be something, I'm interested. Yeah. But I wouldn't know automatically.
But is that realistic though?
It is. I think it is.
10 minutes.
Yeah, because obviously we've already been talking maybe for a few weeks through, texting, whatever. So I already have a general idea of what I'm hopeful for. And I feel like, yeah, because I'm initially going to have to be attracted to you in person. So I'm going to know that right off the bat, which is always a plus.
So if you saw someone's dating profile and because you've been... Have you ever online dated at all?
No,
ever?
I did Tinder back in the day.
Okay, so so when it comes to dating profiles, and it comes to real life as well, we have a yes list, a no list, and then a maybe list.
Yeah.
Right? And so on your Tinder profile, somebody that was in the maybe list, you might still go out with them, right? Then you have to make the decision whether whatever they were lacking that put them in the maybe list, they make up for that in person.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe they might not be the most attractive. They're okay, but they might not be the most attractive. But when you meet them, you vibe great. He's funny. He's smart. All those things. So
I don't know.
Then that person, do you know within 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Whether
I think so.
Okay.
I think if our personalities click, because we're both going to probably be nervous, because who isn't? Or am I going to get murdered? I don't know. Is this guy I don't know. There's
which is way more.
Girls have I haven't dated anyone new in 10 years. So I feel the same. I feel like confident in the way I would date, and I would know specifically what I want since I do have a great judgment of the guys I've dated in the past.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I don't. I pick all the worst ones. So I don't think it's going to be any better.
Really? See, I've never,
unless it is. I don't know.
I've never been nervous on a date.
I haven't either.
Yeah. It's like, whatever. Like, why be nervous?
I've had some weird dates, though, in the past. And I've stuck around for them, never contacted them again after. But I'm like, hey, I'm here for the story. I'll just stay here and be polite. And then that was it. But I know if I'm going to be comfortable with this person in conversation, or is it going to be awkward and very technical? I don't know. We're forcing conversation.
All right. So I'm talking to you like you're 40. Obviously, we covered. You're not. Mm-hmm. So in that situation, if you go on a date and it's not there's no immediate chemistry, like you talk about that 10-minute chemistry, do you cut it off? No more dates? You just move on to the next one?
I would.
Okay.
I would immediately probably. I'm pretty bad. I might block you.
You'll block them, goddamn.
Because there's no unless I feel really bad, then I might send a text and then block you. Done that before. Hey, it's not working out. So I don't see the response, so I feel even worse. And that's so bad. I haven't done it in my recently, but I'm not saying I might not do it again. But I would.
Why would you block them though?
I don't know.
Because you just don't want to see how they respond.
I don't want them to talk to me anymore. So if they they're writing to nobody, and then I just out of sight, out of mind. But I'm approaching 40, so I would send a text to be respectful. But that's nice. That's what I'm saying. But
you
I would
call
still
them on
block.
the phone.
No, why?
Because don't you think it's more respectful?
I don't even know their last name.
Don't you think it's more respectful to have a conversation hey, absolutely. You were great.
Great at what?
I had a good time, but
I would say that in person.
I don't think there's any chemistry.
No, that's just.
So you would take them out again just to tell them that?
No.
Well, you say you would do it in person.
No. I'm saying I don't think if it's our first date, or we've only been texting maybe a week or 2 weeks, and we decided to go out to dinner or whatever, meet at a bar or something, just to get to know each other a little bit more, I don't think that there is enough of a connection to be like, you deserve this, but I will send you a text saying it is great. I don't think it's going to work out. Then I would block them. That's why I can't see the response.
Dude, man, I'm telling you, non-confrontational people are the fucking worst,
I know.
dude. They're
or I could do nothing and just block you. I don't know what's better. Nothing. But I don't think you owe someone to be like, hey, it's
that's
not.
true too. That's why I was
we
about
don't
to
owe
say.
each other anything.
Yeah.
We're if it was a committed relationship that I was talking to somebody for months or whatever, I would absolutely face to face. But if it's just one night, get off my list. Block. Out of here. Next.
Block.
What?
See, this is the problem with men in compared to women, because men, if we, and I'm not speaking for every man because I know we're all different, obviously, but more times than not, in comparison to women, men will, if they don't feel like those sparks or that chemistry the first date, they'll go and like drag it on for another couple of dates, just because you're not sure, you know.
Some girls might do that
FOMO,
too.
You know, just
if I'm not feeling it, I can't force it. I'm just gonna be like, look, and my time now is limited. I'm approaching 40.
I know you've told us 7 times.
Just making sure everyone knows. I'm not there yet, like you. I've been there for 9 years. What?
So I think that's the male problem more so than the female problem. Like, we'll drag it on to see if maybe it's something that I missed. Maybe there's some chemistry there. Maybe it's going to take another couple dates for her to come out of her shell, like whatever.
I just feel like there's so many people out there, regardless, if it's not working instantly, then there's someone else. Like, why force something that you could have a better connection with? Everything could be so much better. Why still stick it out with just because you think this is never going to happen?
That's some fantasy
again?
shit, though.
No, it's not.
That's some real fantasy shit, because like no one is sure of anything, right? And
I know,
so
but
for a person to say, okay, well, this first date wasn't great, I'm never gonna give this person a chance. You know, that's naive to say.
But why
like,
not?
Life isn't like black and white like that.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
I'm hopeful. I think if I have bad dates, see ya. On to the like. It just doesn't work out for us. We could be great friends. We could be nothing. Whatever. It doesn't have to. It's just not good. You know, romantically.
Gotcha.
But I don't know. I think that there are certain people out there that it'll just click better. And why waste your time?
Yeah. All right. Are you open to online dating? Is that going to be your preferred method of meeting
Dating?
people?
I don't think so.
No.
I think
Well, how are you going to meet people?
I'm pretty sociable.
Yeah.
I mean, I could talk to anyone. I don't know.
Yes.
I might join a gym.
You don't get annoyed when people try to flirt with you at the gym? Mm-mm. I feel like most women do.
Depends what he looks like. It's true.
Ladies, like if you're in the middle of a set.
Yeah, I've had 2 dates from the gym. They've come up and interrupted me, and I wasn't nice at all to them. They were both attractive. One was a disaster. One I dated for on and off for like 6 months.
Really?
Beautiful. So I don't know. I feel like it'd be better meeting somebody at a gym or somewhere in that sort of setting ish, or instead of a bar.
So you're receptive to people coming up to you out in public in any capacity?
Yeah.
Because a lot of women aren't. A lot of women are like,
it depends.
If I'm doing my thing
Right.
and I'm in my space, don't fuck with me.
Usually I haven't got a guard up. I'm not waiting for somebody to like come.
Yeah.
But I mean, if they're kind and whatever, and I feel like if they get the vibes of me staring at them, then they know that I'm actually, because I'm not shy about that either. Like
You'll
if I
stare
see
at
it,
somebody?
not stare at them. God.
Like a fucking lurker.
If I make eye contact with somebody that I don't know multiple times, not for like hours, like I don't blink, then I don't know. Maybe they can get the hint. I don't know. I'm new.
God,
Somebody teach me.
This is going to be so much fun.
Somebody
Watch this
teach
journey.
me.
Brittany's dating journey.
God.
Man.
So, yeah.
Man. Did I ever tell you my gym? So I don't talk to, obviously I'm not because I'm married now, but when I was like dating, I was very direct with women. I was like, hey, and I used to be like this until I got shit on at a gym one time. It was not pretty. I think I told you this story.
Direct. What does it mean?
So
Like, hey, I think you're cute.
No, well, I'm not a tool about it, but I say, hey, my name is Antoine. I noticed you over here. You're very attractive. I know you don't know me from Adam, but I would love to be able to take you out to dinner and get to know you. You know, back then it was like, can I have your number? It wasn't like, give me your Instagram or your MySpace profile or whatever.
What year was this? 1942?
It was 87, 88.
Aww.
But I was, and this is why even when I was single, I don't talk to anybody, especially females at the gym. It was like a homeboy I know, I'll talk to him. But, and again, I think I told you the story. I was at the gym years ago, and it was a girl that was attractive, and I know, because I like, you know, I feel like I like to call myself pretty socially aware. And I know that people get annoyed when you fuck up their set or interrupt their set. So I was trying to like time around the time where she was like going in the locker room and coming out of the locker room, whatever.
That's weird, Antoine.
So I could walk out at the same time. So when she walked out, I was like, hey, excuse me, I didn't want to interrupt. I saw you working out, didn't want to interrupt your set, but I think you're very attractive. I would love to take you out and get to know you. She was like, oh no, I have a boyfriend, and I'm not really trying, I very lucky man. I'll let you, back to it. We have a good day, and just left it at that, like in and out. It was the middle of the day, so I didn't walk up to her in a dark parking lot or no shit like that. And then I saw her a couple more times in the gym. I would like wave, and she would wave back. It was like very, it's like on to the next one. And so fast forward to like 6 months later. And we're at Red Star Tavern. That Red Star Tavern that used to be in Town Center is now a Lululemon, where the Lululemon outlet is. That used to be a Red Star Tavern. It was like the place to go. This is when Town Center was in its infancy. Met some buddies out there. One of my buddies was like, yo, and I'm talking like my buddies are like, yo, girl, I'm dating.
Oh my God, it was her?
No.
Oh. Now you got me interested.
One of the girls I'm dating, she's like, she has some friends, and I showed her your picture, and she's like, yo, I got his buddy Twan, you should bring your friend out. And she was all about it. Cool. Go out and meet. And you never were in Red Star Tavern, but Red Star Tavern used to have these long, like, bar
I've been there.
I've
been there, yeah.
And so we were sitting at the table and just talking, chopping it up. And I noticed she keeps looking at me. And I'm looking at her. Let me finish the fucking story, okay?
Oh, you're so slow.
I'm trying to build it.
Okay.
Okay. So, she's looking at me. I'm looking at her. She's talking to her friends. I'm talking to my people. I get up, go to the they get up and go to the bathroom. And they come back out. My boy's girlfriend pulls him off to the side. It's like, my girl, your friend is really cute. Why isn't he talking to her? Blah, 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 blah. And he comes and tells me. Night goes on. We're still having drinks. I get to a point where I feel comfortable, just like it's me and her, and we're kind of secluded a little bit. And I was like, you don't remember me, do you? And she was like, no, I don't. I was like, I asked you out about 5 months ago. You work out at the blah 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 gym over in the blah blah blah. She's like, oh shit, that was you. And I was like, you said you had a boyfriend, and so I kind of left it at that. She's like, oh no, I didn't have a boyfriend like that. Dang. And I didn't look any different from these 2 points. And I was like, all right, well, cool. And walked away. Never spoke to her again.
God, I thought this was going to be like, I got her pregnant. Okay, wow. I feel sorry for you. Wow. Do you need a hug?
No, but that's the thing.
It's but that is a go-to, like, yeah. I used to say, I remember, because I've been in that situation before when I was single for a while. And I would just say, God, what was my thing? I would say, don't talk to me, I'm thinking. just so they would think I'm crazy. And I'd be like, they're like, I'm like, don't talk to me, I'm thinking. And I would walk away. It's like, who says that? But I would say it to everyone. And then the people I was with, like if I was working out with somebody, they'd be like, oh my God, what? And I'm like, I don't know. Just don't talk to me, I'm thinking. I know.
Don't talk to me, I'm thinking.
I remember one guy who's like, hey, I remember when we had that football team in the area, that outdoor one that was like, I don't know, but back in the day, this quarterback came up to me and I was working out with my gay best friend and my cousin. And he walks up to me, he was like, hey, either one of these guys your boyfriend? And I was like, no. And he was like, I want to take you out. And I was like, what? What? And of course I went.
Of course
it was
you
the worst
did.
date of my entire life.
What made it the worst date?
Lots of things. I'll talk about it next time, but he was disgusting. But my gay best friend was like, you should do it for the story. He's from Miami. He wasn't cute. He was like, but you got to pick me up because I don't have a car because I'm in town. So I picked him up from his hotel room. I mean, I didn't go in. I said, beep, beep, come on out. Come on out. Drove him, and then it was weird.
Beep, beep, would you have a Volkswagen?
Beep, beep, here. Get in, loser. It was a weird date. He was very aggressive.
And going back to my story, like that girl could have had anything going on.
Yeah.
I don't judge, but I just think it's funny how, like, in any situation, I feel like it's just more. It's better to be transparent. And I know if you don't know a person, you don't owe them anything.
Right.
But at the same time, it's like, just, hey, like, I don't find you attractive. Evidently, she found me attractive, but just that day, that time, something was going on. And so it's just one of those things. It's like, but I felt some kind of way about it. And so after that, I didn't even talk to her anymore. She was like, you know.
Yeah.
I was like, no, I'm good.
I would have done the same.
I was like, I'm good.
If it was the opposite, for sure. Like, oh, yeah, I do, but I didn't then. But it had nothing, probably to do with you.
Yeah, probably.
So.
I could have been. I don't know.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you had to go through that.
It's all right. It was like 900 years ago.
Was it?
Give or take. So ending, the final question. So now we're talking about kind of like dating and everything. Personality. We can all agree that we are attracted to certain things, right? Mm-hmm. If so-and-so guy out of the maybe list, this guy's in the maybe list, he's like a 5. But you end up giving him a shot. He has a great personality. Does that personality up his value to like a 10?
No. Not a 10. It depends. I don't know.
So what would it take? So I know for me, and I'm just going to speak from my standpoint, like women who are funny, like you can be like a 5. And we're using these, like, no one should be judged on a scale. Let's first and foremost, no one should be judged on a scale. We're all people. We have all our own individual values. We get it. But just for the sake of putting everyone in the same, working everyone in the same parameters, let's just say we are working on a scale for the sake of this argument. And so a woman who's like funny, she can be like not very attractive at all, and she definitely gets some to a 10 points. Maybe not a 10, but
she's got your attention.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, huh?
Yeah, especially she kind of like a like that type of humor that just like she can get a laugh just out of anything. That's my shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
I feel like humor is something that not a lot of people have, male and female. But if you're witty, I mean, they're intelligent already. If you can make someone laugh continuously, just naturally, I don't know. I feel like everybody would say that.
Are women more in the personality than men? Like, I
feel like we have to be.
Are women more attracted to good personalities than men would be attracted to a good personality?
I don't know.
I think you're right. I think you have to be.
I 100% would if I'm obviously initially at least, attracted to them physically. It doesn't have to be like, oh my God, this is the best looking person I've ever seen in my entire life. But I'm attracted to them, and then they've got a great personality, the things that I'm attracted to. it will make them skyrocket.
Really?
100%. You have to have a good personality.
Yeah.
Like, what else are you gonna? I've dated really good looking guys who are bumps on the wall. Like, have a conversation, start one, do nothing. Like, nothing was going on in that brain. And it was awful. I don't care if you look like a Greek god. It's not gonna get you. You gotta have something to back it up with.
Yeah.
Because everyone ages. Everyone's,
Okay. But so think about it like this. How many like good guys have you passed up because they weren't as attractive as the attractive bump on a log guy and you went for that guy?
I haven't had many boyfriends. But I've dated guys that it's true. It's true. I don't really have a type, but some of them didn't have personalities. And
when you say you haven't had many boyfriends, what's that mean?
Like I wasn't officially. Like
you didn't say committed.
Yeah.
We're boyfriend, girlfriend. Got
because I've been in the relationships that I have been in, they've been long.
Yeah, you're a relationship person.
Yes,
you gotta
like 4 years each, 6 years, 10 years, blah blah blah. So I've probably only been single in my life for maybe about a year and a half.
Really?
In a whole.
And
that's when
from 11 to Okay, gotcha. Man.
Yes.
Well, that's do you have fear now that you're single? Do you have fear of that you're gonna meet somebody and then fall into a relationship because it's just kind of where you gravitate to?
I think if he's worth it, or if it's like,
wow.
If I feel like it's like, wow, I don't want to let this guy go. He is, checks all the boxes. Oh my God. I have 2 boys. He's got maybe a kid, or it just matches all up.
So you're not afraid to get into
I would be very slow with it. I wouldn't be like, oh my God, marry me. But I would be like trying everything I could do to like keep him, It wouldn't have to be committed, but I would be like, it would depend.
Keep him interested.
Yeah.
Because they say when you get out of a serious relationship, the first few people are going to be rebounds.
I'm not looking. So if it happens naturally, then who am I to say? I don't know.
Okay.
I've got other things to focus on.
All right. Well, here we go.
Like my AARP card coming in the mail.
It's coming in the mail any minute now. What's your favorite color?
That's a good question.
Do you like all right, we're gonna put an online audio profile out of you.
God. My favorite color is like a sage green.
God, all right, never mind. Fucking
my favorite color
she made the most difficult bullshit.
My favorite color is clear. What?
I'm more of a fuchsia type of lady.
Oh, you weren't being serious?
Yeah,
I thought you actually were interested in my favorite color.
Being serious.
It's sage green. It's not hard to find.
Okay.
Come on.
How tall are you?
5'4.5".
Okay, now
are you making my profile?
Yeah.
Okay.
How much do you weigh? You get round about?
I don't know. Lift me up.
115, 120?
162.
All right. She has pictures all over online, so it won't be hard to see.
I don't post much, but
she posts enough.
Thank you.
So people can. But Google you.
Google me.
Google.
Actually, that's a good thing. I'm gonna start saying when a guy comes up and hits on me, I'm gonna say Google me and walk away, and then I'll say what? I never want to talk to that girl ever again. And I was like, I did. I swear to God, I used to say that. And it came up when the people in the mall that, would be like, hey, try this hair straightener or whatever. Like, don't bother me, I'm thinking.
Those are the people.
And that's how it started. No, and I said it to guys too, that I swear. And anybody that I was with, it was mostly my gay friend. He'd be like, that embarrasses me.
Though. They are the worst, though. That's the worst job in the world
Don't
to have.
bother me, I'm thinking.
No, the worst job
it is
like a kiosk person in the middle of the mall. You just like on your way to Foot Locker or whatever, and then somebody trying to get you to smell whatever perfume or.
They work hard.
And then you don't want to be like, leave me the fuck alone. But
so it's a nice way to say it.
Okay.
Don't bother me.
I'm thinking.
And then they would get confused, like what? And then you just keep, So everyone's just.
Oh man, but yeah, Google Britt Daniels K-Swiss ad.
Ooh,
Yeah.
with Danny McBride.
God, name drop much?
Sorry.
Jesus.
Huh?
Shameless.
Oh, I was on that show too.
What?
Shameless.
No, you weren't.
Oh.
God.
Google me and
shut
find
up.
out.
I ain't Googling your ass.
I got lots of secrets.
We about to get out of here. You want to leave the people with something?
You do
Give us like a last thought of the day.
I don't have a thought. Okay.
Surprise, surprise.
Don't bother me. I'm thinking. Surprise, surprise. What do you want from me?
All right, y'all. This is how you find, even more important this week, this is how you find us. You find Brittany Daniels on, Britt Daniels on Instagram.
Brittany Daniels.
Britt Augustine on Facebook.
Do people still
TikTok.
use Facebook?
What's your TikTok?
I don't know. Britt Augustine.
All right. What's your foot finder?
Ooh. Should I make these? All right, write in the comments. I will make.
Make a foot finder.
Yeah, I'll do anything.
Okay.
For money.
Okay.
I mean, not anything, but I'll do most
it's
things.
Turned into a different show now.
I'll do most things.
Dude, that shit gonna blow up after the day.
Okay. Light it up.
She's totally joking, y'all. She's a good Christian girl.
Don't bother me. I'm thinking. I am.
You gotta tell us that story about the fire tunnel when we get a chance.
I will. We'll start the next show with that.
Okay. You can find me on Instagram, Antoine the Juggernaut, Facebook, and TikTok, Juggernaut of Fitness on TikTok. Please check out the show. We're on all platforms, wherever you get your podcasts, on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, iHeartRadio, Amazon. So 5-star reviews, click and subscribe. We really appreciate it. We will be back next week talking some more bullshit on behalf of myself and Britt Daniels. See you next week.
Bye.
Peace.